chosen ones. Your whole life will be reset by God, starting from tonight. There are moments in life when the soul grows quiet and the heart begins to sense that something greater is about to unfold. Tonight is one of those sacred moments. God sees every tear that has fallen silently in the dark. He sees the days when strength felt small and the nights when hope seemed distant. Yet, heaven has not forgotten you. The love of God is moving gently over your life right now, preparing a new beginning that no human power can stop. Type 1313 if you believe. God knows the roads you have walked. He remembers the times when you gave kindness and received pain. He remembers the seasons when you held faith, even while everything around you seemed uncertain. Nothing that happened to you was unseen. Nothing was ignored. The heart of the Father has been watching over every step of your journey. Tonight is not an ordinary night. God is beginning a quiet reset inside your life. It is not loud. It is not dramatic to the eyes of the world. It begins deep inside the spirit, where healing grows and hope takes root again. This reset is the gentle hand of God removing old burdens and preparing space for something beautiful to grow. Like this video and subscribe to this channel if you love God. Take a moment and press the like button to show your love for God and help this reach someone else who needs hope tonight. Many people have carried heavy memories that slowly weighed down their spirit. Some carried disappointment from broken relationships. Others carried silent pain from words that wounded the heart. Some felt forgotten or overlooked. Yet God is touching those hidden places right now with compassion and restoration. A reset from God does not erase your past. Instead, it transforms the meaning of it. The difficult chapters become seeds of wisdom. The lonely seasons become the soil where deeper faith grows. What once felt like loss becomes the beginning of spiritual strength that cannot be shaken. God is gently lifting your eyes away from what hurt you and guiding them toward what He is preparing. His love moves quietly but powerfully. It rebuilds confidence. It restores peace. It reminds the heart that the future is not defined by yesterday's sorrow. There are chosen souls who have carried more weight than they deserved. They stayed kind even when kindness was not returned. They stayed faithful even when life felt unfair. God has seen this quiet strength. He honors it deeply. Tonight the Father is responding with renewal. The reset begins when your heart allows the love of Jesus to fill the spaces that pain once occupied. His presence brings calm where anxiety once lived. His warmth restores courage where doubt once whispered. His peace flows gently through the spirit like morning light after a long night. Chosen ones are not perfect people. They are people who kept believing even when life tested their patience. They are people who chose compassion when bitterness tried to take root. They are people who quietly trusted God even when answers seemed far away. Tonight, God is restoring the parts of your heart that grew tired. He is refreshing your spirit with new hope. He is reminding you that your life still carries purpose and beauty. The reset is not simply a change of circumstances. It is the awakening of a deeper connection with the love of God. Type 2020 if you trust in God. The coming days will slowly reveal the gentle work God is beginning tonight. Small blessings will appear where worry once stood. New opportunities will rise where closed doors once discouraged you. Peace will grow where confusion once clouded your thoughts. The presence of Jesus will guide each step with quiet wisdom. His compassion will remind you that every human life matters deeply to God. The reset happening tonight is the start of a path filled with restoration and renewed strength. Even when challenges appear again, your heart will stand differently. You will carry the calm assurance that God is walking beside you. His love will remind you that every chapter of life can become a place where hope grows stronger. Tonight, the Father whispers gently to your soul, "The past does not control your future. His love is greater than any disappointment. His grace is deeper than any mistake. His purpose for your life is still unfolding." For a long time, you may have felt that your life was standing still. Days moved forward, but nothing seemed to grow the way you hoped. The heart sometimes wondered if the prayers spoken quietly in the night were heard. God heard every word. Not a single prayer disappeared into silence. Heaven kept every tear and every hope safe until the moment when restoration could begin. God's timing is filled with wisdom that the human heart does not always understand at first. There are seasons when the soul must grow stronger before blessings can safely arrive. Just as roots must grow deep before a tree can carry heavy fruit, the spirit must be prepared before new chapters unfold. The waiting season was not punishment, it was preparation guided by the loving hands of God. Type 777 if you trust Jesus. The reset that began tonight is slowly lifting the weight that once surrounded your life. Some burdens were never meant to stay with you forever. They were temporary chapters that taught patience, compassion, and endurance. God now begins to remove those burdens gently so that your heart can breathe again. People everywhere are suddenly talking about a strange 7-second CIA ritual, a brainwave technique that reportedly leaked from classified CIA research is now spreading across the world. Scientists say this short practice may activate a hidden prosperity center in the brain that most people never use. Thousands claim it has already helped them attract wealth, live their dream life, and enjoy luxury vacations they once thought were impossible. If you are seeing this now, consider yourself lucky, because the page could disappear at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is removed. Many chosen ones carry kindness that the world does not always appreciate. They forgive when others hold anger. They encourage when others speak negativity. They remain compassionate even after being misunderstood. God sees this quiet goodness. Heaven treasures it deeply. The reset that God is beginning tonight honors that kindness and prepares a future where your spirit will no longer feel so heavy. When the love of Jesus moves through the heart, it brings healing that reaches every corner of the soul. Old fears begin to loosen their hold. Wounds that once felt permanent begin to soften. Hope slowly rises again, like the first warmth of spring after a long winter. This healing is not rushed. God works patiently because true restoration grows gradually. Some people believed your life would never change. They assumed your quiet struggles would always define your story. God sees something completely different. He sees the courage that carried you through storms. He sees the faith that refused to disappear. He sees a future filled with new strength and renewed joy. The reset happening now is also a renewal of your inner vision. God gently clears the confusion that once clouded your thoughts. He replaces worry with clarity and calm understanding. You begin to see life through a new light. Possibilities appear where walls once stood. Peace begins to guide decisions that once felt difficult. This change does not require loud announcements. It grows quietly inside your spirit and gradually becomes visible in the way you live each day. Your words become more peaceful. Your thoughts become more hopeful. Your actions reflect the calm confidence that comes from trusting the guidance of God. Chosen ones often walk through hidden battles that others never notice. They smile while carrying silent weight. They continue loving others even when their own hearts feel tired. God understands these hidden struggles. He knows the moments when strength felt small and patience felt difficult. The reset beginning tonight is heaven's answer to those unseen battles. Your life will not be rebuilt in a single moment. God shapes transformation carefully so that it lasts. Each day will carry small steps of renewal. New strength will appear in situations that once felt overwhelming. You will notice peace where anxiety once ruled your thoughts. These gentle changes are signs that God is restoring the foundation of your life. Jesus brings a kind of peace that the world cannot imitate. It settles deeply in the heart and reminds the soul that it is safe in the care of God. This peace becomes the center of your life as the reset continues to unfold. Even when life moves quickly around you, your spirit remains steady and calm. There will be moments when memories of the past try to return. Old doubts may whisper that nothing truly changes. During those moments, remember that God is already at work. The transformation has begun, even if every result is not yet visible. Faith allows the heart to trust the process that heaven has started. Type 1010 if you agree. The coming days will gently reveal how God is reshaping your path. New connections may enter your life with kindness and understanding. Fresh opportunities may appear in places you did not expect. Peace will guide your steps so that decisions become clearer than they once were. Some doors that closed in the past were never meant to remain open. God allowed those chapters to end because something better was being prepared. At the time, it may have felt painful or confusing. Now you will begin to understand that every ending created space for a new beginning, guided by the love of God. Chosen ones often discover that their greatest strength grew during their hardest seasons. The patience learned through struggle becomes wisdom. The compassion developed through pain becomes the ability to help others heal. Nothing that happened in your life was wasted. God transforms every experience into part of your growth. The reset that began tonight is also restoring your confidence in the goodness of God. Doubt slowly fades as the heart begins to trust again. You will notice a quiet joy returning to your spirit. This joy does not depend on perfect circumstances. It comes from knowing that God is walking with you each day. Jesus gently teaches the heart how to live with deeper peace. His love reminds you that every human life has meaning. Your life carries purpose that continues to unfold with each step forward. The reset is not only about personal healing, it is also about preparing you to share kindness and encouragement with others who need hope. As the days move forward, your spirit will feel lighter than it has in a long time. The heaviness that once surrounded your thoughts will slowly disappear. In its place will grow calm faith and renewed strength. God is restoring the balance inside your heart so that your life can reflect peace again. There will be moments of quiet gratitude when you realize how far God has already carried you. The struggles that once seemed impossible will appear smaller in the light of His guidance. Your spirit will understand that every step of your journey was held in the hands of a loving Father. The reset that began tonight continues gently through every hour that follows. God's love remains constant and patient. He rebuilds what was broken and renews what was tired. The future unfolding before you will reflect the kindness and mercy that only heaven can provide. The reset that began tonight is slowly clearing that fog. The heart is beginning to breathe again. Where confusion once filled the mind, a gentle clarity is beginning to grow. This clarity is not loud or overwhelming. It is calm and steady, like a quiet voice inside reminding you that you are not alone and never were. A powerful 7-second brainwave method once stored inside classified files is now reaching the public. Many people are calling it the 30-second miracle because of how quickly it can be done. According to researchers, it stimulates a dormant brain region linked to prosperity and opportunities. Thousands of users say it has already helped them attract wealth, live their dream life, and take luxury vacations around the world. If you are seeing this message, you arrived at the right moment. because the information may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments to discover the technique before it disappears again. God never abandoned you during the difficult seasons. Even when life felt silent, heaven was still working behind the scenes. There were moments when protection surrounded you without you realizing it. There were times when unseen guidance kept you from paths that would have caused deeper pain. God was always there, guarding your journey with love. Chosen ones often walk through trials that shape their character. These trials are not meant to break the soul. They are meant to refine it. Every challenge strengthened the quiet courage within you. Every moment of patience built a deeper understanding of compassion and faith. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. The reset happening now is restoring the parts of your heart that became tired during those trials. God is gently renewing your emotional strength. The heaviness that once pressed against your spirit is slowly being lifted. In its place grows a peaceful confidence that God is guiding every step of your future. Jesus brings a calm presence that settles the heart. His love reminds the soul that it is safe, even when life feels uncertain. This love does not rush or demand. It surrounds you patiently and restores your strength little by little. The reset unfolding in your life is filled with this quiet compassion. Many chosen ones spent years giving encouragement to others while carrying their own silent struggles. They lifted others with kindness even when their own hearts were weary. God saw this generosity. Heaven remembers every moment when you chose love instead of bitterness. Now God is returning that kindness with healing and renewal. The reset is also teaching your heart to see yourself the way God sees you. You are not defined by the mistakes of your past. You are not defined by the moments when others misunderstood you. Your life holds meaning that is greater than any single chapter of your story. God sees a soul that has endured, believed, and continued to move forward. He sees the goodness that remained inside your heart even when life was difficult. That goodness is a light that cannot be extinguished by hardship. Tonight, that light is growing stronger. There will be moments in the coming days when you suddenly realize how much your spirit has changed. Situations that once caused worry will feel lighter. Words that once hurt deeply will lose their power. The peace of God will guard your heart with quiet strength. The reset also brings a new awareness of gratitude. Small blessings will begin to shine brighter than before. A peaceful morning, a kind word from someone, or a moment of calm reflection will remind you that God's love is present in everyday life. Gratitude becomes a source of strength that keeps the heart steady. Some doors that once seemed important were closed by God's wisdom. At the time, it may have felt painful. It may have felt like rejection or loss. Yet those closed doors protected you from paths that would have taken you away from your true purpose. Now you will begin to see why those endings were necessary. God's guidance is preparing new doors to open in the right time. These new paths will carry peace instead of confusion. They will lead you toward growth instead of struggle. The reset is slowly guiding your life toward those better directions. Chosen ones are often sensitive souls. They feel deeply and care deeply about others. This sensitivity is not weakness. It is part of the compassion that God placed inside your heart. Through your experiences, you have learned to understand the pain of others. That understanding will become a powerful source of comfort for many people. Type yes to affirm. As your life continues to reset, you will begin to recognize the quiet strength that God has been building within you all along. You will see that the challenges you faced were shaping wisdom and patience. What once felt like endless waiting was actually preparation for the future that is now unfolding. The love of Jesus will continue to guide your thoughts toward peace. When worry tries to return, His presence will remind you to rest in faith. When doubt whispers quietly, His love will answer with reassurance. The heart that trusts in God becomes steady even when life changes. The reset happening in your life is not only about healing your past, it is also about preparing you for the role you will play in the lives of others. Your story will encourage people who feel lost. Your kindness will lift hearts that feel discouraged. Your faith will quietly inspire hope in those who need it most. God often chooses gentle souls to bring light into the world. These souls understand compassion because they have experienced pain. They know how to speak comfort because they have searched for it themselves. You are becoming one of those lights that shine quietly but powerfully. As the days continue, you may notice that your perspective begins to change. Problems that once seemed overwhelming will appear smaller when seen through the lens of faith. The heart will learn to trust that God's guidance is always leading toward something good. Peace will begin to shape the rhythm of your life. Instead of rushing through every moment, you will learn to pause and appreciate the blessings around you. This peaceful rhythm will strengthen your spirit and protect your heart from unnecessary stress. The reset that began tonight is continuing with each new day. God is carefully rebuilding your confidence and restoring your hope. He is reminding you that your life has purpose and value far beyond what you may have believed before. There will come a moment when you look back at this season and realize how deeply God transformed your life. The person you are becoming will carry wisdom, patience, and calm faith. Your heart will understand that every step of the journey was guided by love. A little-known morning ritual that lasts only 7 seconds was once hidden in CIA documents. Now it is resurfacing, and people are already reporting sudden financial improvements. Backed by neuroscience, this simple practice may activate a hidden wealth center in the brain that most individuals never tap into. Many say it has already helped thousands attract wealth, live their dream life, and enjoy luxury vacations. If you found this message today, you may be among the few seeing it before it vanishes. Click the link in the description and comments to access the secret now. The future ahead will not be perfect, but it will be filled with a stronger sense of peace. Challenges will no longer feel like overwhelming storms. Instead, they will become opportunities to trust God's guidance even more deeply. Jesus continues to walk beside you through every chapter. His presence strengthens your spirit and fills your heart with hope. The reset unfolding in your life is a reminder that God never stops caring for His children. The journey forward will reveal blessings that were once hidden from view. New friendships, new understanding, and new opportunities will slowly appear. These blessings will reflect the kindness and patience that God has been nurturing within you. Tonight marked the beginning of a quiet transformation. That transformation is still growing and unfolding. With every passing day, your heart will feel stronger, calmer, and more connected to the love of God. For a long time, your spirit carried things that were never meant to stay forever. Some of those burdens were emotional wounds. Some were disappointments that came from trusting the wrong people. Others were fears that slowly grew over time. God saw how those weights pressed on your heart. He watched as you kept moving forward even while carrying them. Tonight, the loving hands of God began removing those burdens one by one. When God resets a life, He starts with the inner world of the heart. He gently clears away the heaviness that once filled your thoughts. The mind begins to breathe again. The soul begins to feel light in a way it has not felt in years. This quiet relief is not an accident. It is the presence of God restoring balance and peace inside you. Chosen ones often walk through seasons where they feel misunderstood. They carry good intentions, yet others fail to see the sincerity in their hearts. These moments can create deep loneliness, but God always sees the truth inside a person. He understands every act of kindness that was given without recognition. Heaven remembers the goodness that the world sometimes overlooks. Type 1919 to receive miracles. The reset unfolding in your life is not only about removing pain, it is also about rebuilding your sense of purpose. God placed unique gifts within your spirit. During difficult seasons, those gifts may have felt hidden or forgotten. Now they are slowly awakening again. The compassion you carry will become a light for others. The patience you learned through hardship will become wisdom. The love of Jesus brings a special kind of restoration. His presence fills empty spaces with comfort. His guidance replaces confusion with calm direction. When Jesus walks with someone, the path ahead begins to make sense again. This is the gentle miracle that is beginning in your life. Many chosen ones spent years trying to understand why certain struggles appeared in their story. They wondered why the road sometimes felt harder than expected. The truth is that God was shaping strength inside them. The lessons learned through those seasons prepared their hearts for greater peace and deeper faith. Now, the reset is allowing those lessons to blossom into new confidence. You will begin to notice that your reactions to life are changing. Situations that once caused frustration will not disturb you as deeply. You will respond with patience and calm wisdom. This transformation is the quiet evidence that God is restoring your spirit. God also understands that healing requires time. He does not rush the process. Each day brings another layer of peace and understanding. Old wounds slowly fade as the heart receives more comfort from the presence of God. The journey of restoration is steady and patient because God wants the healing to last. There are people who may notice that something about you has changed. They may sense a calm strength that was not visible before. This strength comes from the quiet work God is doing inside your life. When the heart finds peace through faith, that peace naturally shines outward. The reset is also guiding your attention toward the blessings that were always present but sometimes overlooked. Small moments of beauty will feel more meaningful. The kindness of others will touch your heart more deeply. Gratitude will grow naturally within your spirit. Chosen ones are often people who feel deeply connected to the emotions of others. They carry empathy that allows them to understand pain and joy with equal sincerity. This sensitivity is part of the purpose God placed inside them. Through their compassion, they bring comfort to people who feel lost. Type 222 to claim miracles. As the reset continues, your heart will discover a stronger sense of stability. Life may still bring challenges, but those challenges will no longer shake your inner peace. You will learn to stand calmly in faith, trusting that God is guiding every step of your journey. This calm trust will become one of your greatest strengths. It will allow you to make decisions without fear controlling your thoughts. It will allow you to treat others with kindness, even when they do not understand your heart. Most importantly, it will allow you to live with confidence that God's love is always surrounding you. The reset that began tonight is also strengthening your connection with God. Prayer will feel more natural. Moments of quiet reflection will bring deeper comfort. The relationship between your heart and the presence of God will grow stronger with each passing day. When the soul learns to rest in faith, life becomes lighter. Worries that once filled the mind begin to fade. The heart realizes that it does not have to carry every problem alone. God walks beside you and shares the weight of every concern. There will be moments when you pause and realize how much your life has already changed. The pain that once dominated your thoughts will no longer hold the same power. In its place, you will feel calm, acceptance, and quiet hope. The reset is slowly guiding you toward a future where your spirit feels free again. This freedom does not mean life will be perfect. It means that your heart will remain peaceful regardless of circumstances. Faith will become the foundation that supports every step you take. A rare 7-second brainwave ritual that was once buried in classified research is now returning to public view. Reports claim it can trigger a hidden switch in the brain associated with abundance and opportunity. The practice takes almost no time, yet it may unlock mental pathways that draw prosperity naturally. People who have discovered it say it has already helped thousands attract wealth, live their dream life, and travel on luxury vacations. If this message reached you today, it may be for a reason, because the page could disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments to see it before it is removed. Jesus continues to guide this transformation with patience and love. His presence reminds you that every life has purpose. The kindness and wisdom growing within your heart will become a blessing not only for you, but also for the people who cross your path. The coming days will reveal more signs of the renewal God has begun. Opportunities to grow will appear. Moments of joy will arrive unexpectedly. Each blessing will remind you that the reset is real and continuing. Chosen ones often become sources of quiet inspiration for others. Their strength encourages people who feel discouraged. Their faith reminds others that hope is always possible. You are becoming one of those gentle lights in the world. The reset happening now is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a new chapter filled with peace, understanding, and spiritual growth. The experiences that once felt heavy will now become part of the wisdom that guides your future. God is shaping your life with careful love. Every step forward will carry a deeper sense of purpose. Every new day will bring another opportunity to live with calm, faith, and renewed hope. Tonight began a transformation that will continue unfolding with time. Your life is being restored piece by piece through the steady compassion of God. The path ahead will reveal how powerful quiet faith can become when it is guided by love. God understands the weight you carried through the years. Some of that weight came from responsibilities that felt overwhelming. Some came from emotional wounds that others never noticed. There were times when you felt that you had to stay strong for everyone else, even when your own heart needed comfort. God saw those moments clearly. He never turned away from your struggle. Tonight's reset continues to heal those hidden parts of your life. Healing from God is not rushed. It moves carefully through the soul, touching places that have been quiet for a long time. When God restores a life, He restores the heart first. Once the heart begins to feel safe again, everything else begins to change naturally. Type 1010 if you agree. There are chosen ones who spent years giving their love freely to others. They showed patience and kindness, even when the same kindness was not returned to them. They forgave when anger would have been easier. They stayed hopeful, even while facing disappointment. God sees that quiet faithfulness. Heaven honors that gentle strength in ways that the world often does not understand. The reset happening now is God's way of pouring fresh hope into the heart that once felt tired. The love of Jesus is renewing your spirit. His presence is reminding you that the story of your life is far from finished.